Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, this is the mood for today, and I just felt like I should come on here and speak to some of us. Let's have a chit chat. Guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Myself, I just came somewhere. Let me show you guys the view here. I hope you like it. I hope it's beautiful. Here also, look at the flower. Anyways, guys, what's going on? So today I just briefly wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about. You know how sometimes we actually forget our standards, and it's like we retrogress into someone we can't even identify. That was what happened to me a couple of months back, and I was like, until this very moment, I came to the realization that the past 1 month I haven't had anyone gift me. I used to randomly have people gift me dollars, sometimes $300, sometimes $500, depending on the kind of game we play or the kind of person. I mean, there was one time I met one guy. We played a game and I was like, I'm gonna guess your age. If I get it right, you're gonna give me $200. And he goes, okay, sure. And then I go, I looked at him real good, and then I go, you're 36. He was like, how did you know that? I'm like, so it doesn't turn out that you're lying to me or I'm lying to you, because you know sometimes the guy will want to gift you money so that he can have access to you. And I told him, let me see your date of birth. This guy literally brought it out. He literally brought it out, and it was, I certified that that was exactly his age. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, are you serious? And then he now brought out the money, and then I go add an extra. He brought out in his case. I was like, add an extra 100, and that day I went home with $300 for free. And I realized in the past couple of a month and 2 weeks, nobody has gifted me dollars. It's weird. That is very rare. Sometimes people give me pounds, and my point is that sometimes when things aren't really working the way they used to, look inside, something might be off. And what I realized was that the people I was around, they had very low standards. And you know, when people begin to complain, my man of God says complaining is poverty. And I remember the ladies, they were always complaining, Abuja is tough, everybody don't go Salah, everybody has this, everybody has that. And my mom, like, I literally, one of the times I've gotten the most money is when there's people are on public holiday or on some sort of holiday, whatever the holiday is, I don't care. That's when I usually even get the most money. When people are complaining, you know the part of scripture that says, when people are complaining, that there's a way they put it, that you're not going to be complaining, there'll be a rising. And that is my reality. That has been my reality until the past 1 month. And then I realized, and I quickly clocked it. And then I was like, okay, what I think I should do is to take myself out of this energy that's been complaining, because the things you listen to, they impact you whether you know it or not. Our subconscious is like, you know, the way when you put your leg on fire, it can burn you. Let me give an example. Let's assume you had some trash that was burned, right? And then everything has been cleared off, and then you now go there and step on it. You know that shit is going to burn you, right? That's the way our subconscious is around negative people. And so I realized that being around this bitch, all I hear her do is complain. And sometimes I'll block out my ears, but I find myself, after like 5 seconds or maybe an hour after, I remember that someone had complained about this. And then if I wasn't very aware, my subconscious can actually register that, oh, this thing is a thing here. But if I'm very self-aware, and self-awareness, it takes a lot to be self-aware. Of course, I believe self-awareness is very easy, but when, for instance, you go to the market, the chaotic nature of the market, and you're trying to buy stuff, in that moment, it's not very easy to stay self-aware and be able to finish everything you need to do, given the nature of the environment, right? And so that is it. That's the same example as being around people that, you know, complain and nag about everything. So what I just started doing then, because I used to stay with 2 other ladies. We were staying in the same apartment, three girls per room, and everybody was going for their various businesses, right? And this is not something I'm proud of saying, but I'm gonna say it because I'm that person. I'm authentic as fuck. Your opinion does not pay my bills. Okay, when I come on here, I don't see that you send me $500. So shut the fuck up. Don't come here and tell me what to do, guys. As I was saying, so what I started doing now was, because I'd made the choice that my energy is abundance, ease, and luxury. I wasn't gonna be around people that don't reflect abundance, ease, and luxury. You have to make a choice, and when you make that choice, you have to stick to that choice. And I personally had made the choice that I was going to be abundance, ease, and luxury for the rest of my life. And the one thing I was willing to trade off was not being around people that don't reflect abundance, ease, or luxury. So in that moment, I was like, okay, do I get to live here? I don't have a house. What do I do? And then my body said, start going out. It kept saying, start going out, start going out. But I'm like, where am I going to go to? Because I'm not the person that likes to go out and be unable to like afford a very nice meal outside. Although, I believe anything is possible. But there are days, those days when it hits you, it's like, and what I also realized was that it was because of the people, the morale had dropped. Because before I used to go out, people would buy me meal. I'm talking luxury restaurants. People would buy me meal. What do I want to pay your bills. I'll just sit there pretty in nature, enjoying my water. Sometimes I'll buy pizza, sometimes I'll buy shawarma. And people will offer to pay my bills. Sometimes they'll be like, do you want something else? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. Sometimes they'll be like, let me just to get my contact. I never believed there was a version like me, like this. And my body kept saying, sometimes you have to listen to your body. My body kept saying, go outside, go outside, go outside. And I now started going outside. I promise you, for the 1 week I was outside, I had food in my fridge. The 1 week I was outside, people sent me food. People sent me meal. What do you want? What would you like to take? And every time I pointed out that this was what I wanted, I did not hear, oh no. Although some of them were like, okay, I don't have this particular amount to afford this right now. I'm like, okay, it's fine, don't worry. But they insisted, they wanted to, they just wanted to provide. And eventually it's just, you and I know, is to get my contact. So my point is, the energy you're around, energy is so contagious. It's like gas. Energy is like gas. Energy is like gas. 1 minute someone farts and you can perceive everything. You're like, the fuck is smelling here? The next minute you're around somewhere that smells so good, lavender smell, whatever smell, and you're like, oh, this smells so nice also. What is this? Nice. I want more of this. That is the same way energy smells. There are different energy smell. People carry different energetic field. So you have to be very alert the energy you're around. Otherwise, especially if you don't pray, you don't say any sort of affirmation, your life is going to dwindle. Let me not joke with you. This world is so spiritual. If you're not... I literally watched my own mom pray twice every day. But I just thought she was crazy. Like, the fuck are you praying 5 times every day for? But eventually I figured that, man, whoa, this was actually keeping her in alignment. And that actually helped her be the person she was supposed to be in this world. Although, yeah, there are a couple of things that I wish she had done better. But some people say you can't have it all. I really don't believe that I can have it all. But my point is, if you're not a praying person, more than being a praying person, you're not very sensitive at energies. Like me, I'm a master at energies. I can look at people and tell their energy. When people just come in close proximity to me, I can tell their energy they're on. And I know my energy. The best way to know your energy is to pray, affirm the things you know you want for yourself. That way, when people come in your radar, in your energetic field, and they don't radiate the energy that you've made a choice you want in your life, you know how to take yourself out of that equation. Now, what I started doing was, remember, I had one of two choices. Either stay there and continue to struggle. You know the thing about struggle, when you're used to it, you continue to struggle all your life. And guys, I told you guys how during my businesses, it was a lot of struggle for me. I just found I was working so hard for what? The least how much, when I can talk and express and share with people my journey and advice. And the point I'm trying to make is, It's not worth struggling with other energetic fields around you than it is going to a place where you know it's only your energetic field and your frequency. Is way easier option 2 than option 1. Option 1, you have to always stay guarded. In my case, not many people can be blunt. Me, I can be around 10 people and I'll not be talking to anybody. I don't send your papa. This is actually a slang in Nigeria. I don't send your papa means I don't give a rat's ass about you. I was that kind of girl because I understood the importance of energy. And nobody, I'm a survivor. Nobody's coming here to contaminate my energy. And you know what? I wasn't scared of not having friends or contacts around. Some people that bothers them, but that is not my problem in this world. I can survive anywhere. I can go anywhere and thrive. I scratch that. I used to survive before. Now I can thrive anywhere. So if you have an anxious attachment style, you'll be unable to do that. The best option for you is to go to the energy of your choice, or be in the energy of your choice, or go to a place where you can only be in your own energetic field. You understand? But if you're going to live with 10 people in a place, 7, 3, 2, you got to be praying. You have to pray every day. Even there, whilst with my roommates, 2 of them, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll sit my ass down and I said my prayer for 1 hour. I don't fucking care. I pay money to be here. And when I started listening to my body say go out, sometimes when I'm out, I'll pray for 2 hours. I'll just sit down, affirming the things I am in this fucking world. That's how I've gotten where I am. That's where I am. Before I was doing hard work. Well, good luck if you want the hard way. But I've done that. It pays, but you stress a whole lot. Why don't you choose the easy way? So, anyways, guys, I hope you got 1 or 2 from this. I don't know why I came on here to say all of this, but I was just led to say have a good one. Bye.